today I wanted to go over why governments cause inflation and they love inflation. So obviously the first thing, if they have $100 billion of debt and it's 100% inflation, by the end of the year they pay 50 billion, right? Because it's 100%. So they're still paying 100 billion at the end, but it's worth 50 billion from the last year. You get it? Because they've inflated, inflation's gone up 100%. The value of that is now just 50 billion. Okay, put that on the side. Next, how much tax do you pay? So a normal person pays effective tax rate, income tax, national insurance, whatever, 35%. Okay, 35%, not bad. Add on 20% VAT, right? So that's 55%. Add on, what in America you would be, it's 10%, but you also pay for your medical and you pay for any private education you want to do. In Europe, you don't do that, and college funds. So in America, it's exactly the same, probably even worse. But let's go with 55%. Property tax, petrol, gas prices is about 90% tax, 80 to 90%. So huge amount on that. All the other taxes you can, cigarette tax, alcohol tax, all those other taxes that you have to pay for, probably increase it to about 60%. Okay, 60%, 70%, let's go with this. There's 4 people. This guy has no money, he's poor. This guy has an apple, this guy has an apple, this guy has an apple. This guy's poor. Government prints $1 out of thin air to give him, because the poor guy, So we give him $1, he goes immediately, buys the apple. Buys this guy's apple, he gets $1. He goes and buys this guy's apple, he gets $1. He goes and buys this guy's apple, he gets $1. The guy then goes and buys this guy's apple for $1. So what we're left with, exactly the same as the beginning, $1 no apple, 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 no dollars, right? Nothing's moved here. What did the government do? Your tax 60%, your tax 60%, your tax 60%, your tax 60%. Every transaction you make, every earning you get, you have to, at the end of the year, or VAT at the point of sale, you have to pay tax. So therefore the government has made 60 cents, 120, 180, 240. They just made $2.40. And that's why the US just recorded last month the highest tax they ever made, $850 billion in 1 month. And that's why they can't even spend it. They had to stuff it in the TGA, which is the Treasury General account, which is where they don't know. If they have too much money, they stick it in there. That's how they put 350 billion in there, because they cannot spend it as quick as they want to due to congressional issues. In Israel, 4.6% was the budget deficit. What was it last month? 1.6%. They made so much money taxing people that they've reduced the budget deficit of very, very little, much less than expected. And it's happened everywhere in the world. They're getting lots of money. But now, because they've stopped printing, things are going to get a bit tough. They're not going to get that income anymore. And so what do you think is going to happen? They're going to do inflation again, because it taxes you, and they get more income through that way. It inflates the debt away. It's a no-brainer for a government to create inflation. Who is the person that suffers? Let's go with our 4 people. How the hell are any of them going to pay that tax? This guy's no money left. This guy's got no money. This guy's got no money. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? That is the problem. So they have to borrow, they have to go into credit card debt, they have to go in debt. They have to go into debt in order to fund those taxes. It causes social paralysis, and that's basically it. So just to show you how they're thinking and how the tax gets gained in this environment.